righty, all. And I see my man Bat 13 first up. Of course, I'd expect nothing less. And I see Scotty right behind him. I see my man Robert in the house, Scotty, Bat 13, Mr. Reed's Pit BBQ. It is good to see you. Let me just jump over here and fix something real quick. Just bear with me here. All righty, I'm saying hi to all my Facebook friends, all my YouTube friends. Let's get back into it. We got 31 people. Mr. Reed's, Mark, Rainbow, Rambo. I mean, it is good to see you. Bat 13, we got you. Diamond Rose, it is good to see you from San Antonio, Texas. My man 1047. Hello, everyone. Danny, it's good to see you. And there is Mario. Hey, Tommy, what is up? Of course, Barbecue Mama is checking in. Just had guests over for dinner, so can't stay long. I appreciate you popping in. It's always good to see the mama. How long to slow cook a brisket? I mean, you can start at 8 hours and go from there, 8 to 15 hours. Hello from Georgia. Linda from Ohio. Fritz Frank, I do believe Cali, but I'm not sure. And we've got love the YouTube content. We will see if we can get a name on that. And that would be, I cannot get a name on that. I do appreciate you checking in. We got a Manchester, England, Stevie Grant. I can't see all my Facebookers, so I am bouncing back. I see Colleen White checking in. Russell Abell, hope you're doing well today. Jumping back on over to YouTube. We've got Wendy. We've got Judge Webb, BBQ, T. What is up? Everybody hit that thumbs up and everybody tell me what is happening. I got a pretty big week coming up here. I got 2 cooks to do, 2 edits to do, and then I am darting off to Cali, where that is, I should say, Las Vegas, to hook up with a couple fellow YouTubers, obviously CJ and Josh and Babe, and the Bitchy Baker. Can't leave her out. We got 54 people. We got Danny Brammer. How long to smoke a pork tenderloin? All these how long questions are very tough to answer, but I believe on a pork tenderloin, you're safe at about 2 hours. We got a Western North Carolina in the house. Las Vegas will never be the same. You're gonna have to, I don't know, Bat, am I friends with you on Facebook? I'm not sure on that, but you're gonna have to stay tuned for this one because we got what do they call it at the pool? I'm growing a brain thing here, but we got rented one of those things at the pool, $1,000 worth of liquor. I mean, it's gonna be killer. And we got Sweden checking in. Thanks for the great content. Really appreciate your video. I appreciate that. And Scotty, if you could pop up my email. If anybody ever has any questions, Scotty's going to put my email up. I'm 24/7. I'm just trying to silence my watch here. I'm 24/7, so you can email me any questions. Just giving a quick pop on over to Facebook to make sure I got everybody. And we've got 30 people watching over on Facebook. We got the Outer Banks checking in. We got Sweden, North Carolina. Appreciate you all for watching up. Pop those questions up if you have any. And I do have some. Hopefully the sound is good. I got some extra lights in here, so hopefully the video is good. I got a new camera that actually follows me wherever I go, so that's pretty cool. If I go far enough over, you can kind of see my glasses up on the wall. We got Massachusetts in the house. We got an Ireland in the house. There you go. I like to hear where everybody's from. And that is correct. You and CJ in Vegas. Should we start a GoFundMe now for bail money? That these guys probably party a little bit more than I do, but we shall see. It is going to be a good time. I am popping out there to see my niece and the kids Thursday. Haven't been out there since she got married. She got married out there, so we will be hanging out with them Thursday into Friday. Then I will be cruising on over to the MGM Grand, checking in there for Friday, Saturday, leaving Sunday, hooking up with CJ and Josh probably Friday night, but if not, definitely Saturday. Like I said, we got that cabana rented at the pool. We will be right on the lazy river with $1,000 worth of booze to drink. And from what I hear, that'll go pretty quick. We got a Texas in the house. We are staying at the MGM Grand. Kentucky checking in. No, I never did, man. Never got that connection in, but I got to tell you, man, I did a video yesterday. I don't want to give too much away, but it is the best cheesesteak probably that I ever made, and you're gonna wanna stay tuned for that. It is a takeoff on my, bacon burger bomb video, but it's done with cheesesteak, peppers, onions, 3 kinds of cheeses, and let me tell you something, man, it was killer for sure. West Virginia, I appreciate that, and there my email popped up if you have any questions, and there is Josh. I hear, Josh got some pretty good gigs he's wearing Friday, a Hawaiian deal going on. That is gonna be killer, man. It's gonna be killer, man. It's gonna be a good time like I talked about last week. I hung out with, Maddie and Kiki, last month. I'll hang out with CJ and Josh, and then I'm cruising over to Disney and gonna hook up with the Wall twins for a little cook, so, it's gonna be a good time this year. I'm gonna set up my wall here with a bunch of YouTubers on it. I got one, wall right over here above my, thing. Everything else, as you can see, is taken. New York is definitely a little wet, although I think tomorrow is gonna be nice. We got Connecticut checking in, Indiana checking in. I'm sure, man. It's gonna be killer, man. It's gonna be about 110 degrees, I hear. Kenny, what is shaking? Like I said, if anyone who's friends on me on Facebook, stay tuned, or YouTube, stay tuned because there could be a little bit of live going on. We shall see. This isn't a YouTube event, but we'll try to sneak something in. There are some birthdays happening, but we will. We'll do our best to not take it over too bad. Griddling on the Weber charcoal, nothing wrong with that. I can't give recommendation. Let me see, newbie, but looking in griddle on a Weber char Are you asking for recommendations for a griddle, Lars? Let me know. Kelsey does have a wall on CJ, or I haven't been over yet. There is my buddy C-Mac checking in. Pop over to Facebook real quick, make sure I got everybody. Yeah, Lars, let me know on that comment. Just popping over real quick to Facebook. There is my man Craig over there. Michael Smith asks, why why do my burgers stick to a griddle? That is coming over from Facebook, Michael. What griddle do you have, first of all? And the reason they stick, especially if you got like a black stone or something like that, is because you're not hot enough. You got to be at least say 400 degrees griddle surface. And when you put the burger down, let it cook. If it's sticking, you're flipping too early. Just let it cook. Do you have a laser gun? You definitely need a laser gun. Let me know on that, Mike. We will pop over and check. Let's see who I missed here. Ken, we got you. My Blackstone gets hot real quick. That's a good thing. What's the best way to season a whole pork with skin on? Seems like it doesn't go through the skin. Just um, when you say like I guess you're talking like a shoulder. I like to score it, cross score it. That's one way. Or the only other way is to just peel the skin. Afternoon, Tommy. What is happening? I see barbecue mama is still here. It's good to see. So, Lars, just, if it's sticking, you're not letting it cook. You're putting the burger on and you're trying to flip too fast. Let it cook. Let it stay on there for, on a charcoal, depending on the direct flame and so forth, a couple minutes, man. Just let it cook. You're hitting it way too early. And there is my old friend Carol. It is good to see you. I don't think I've seen you in a while. That is gonna be, it's gonna be killer, man. Those who don't know the backstory, uh, Josh was battling, a little cancer 2 years ago or so, and, I've got to know him a little bit. I used to send him over some stuff, some food, not that he needed it, I just thought it was a nice thing to do, so I sent it over and, got to know him a little bit, and we had kinda joked back and forth about this, coming out there. I wanted to surprise him, which was going off without a hitch. I'm a big surprise type person. I like to surprise people. It was going off without a hitch until Josh decided to back out of the trip. So I had to tell him that I was going down, to see CJ, but obviously to see Josh would have been fun to surprise him, but it is what it is. And like I said, stay tuned to YouTube, stay tuned to Facebook, and you'll join in on some of the festivities, I am sure. I appreciate that. Cast iron griddle. So, okay, so you're putting the griddle on Weber charcoal. First off, you got to use a laser. That is this. You need a laser. Okay. You need to know your griddle surface temperature. It has to be 400 when you put your burger on. Let it sit there, 2, 3 minutes. Let it cook. It shouldn't stick. That wood fire grill, I saw you with pictures on that today, Wendy. We are going to toast in Vegas. That is for sure. And we got a Dublin, Ireland checking in. There is my man. I do believe a little stand up and applause is in order, as Kent did win first place in a turkey cook. What was it, Kent? Some type of turkey cook. I know there was a lot of big players out there, and Kent took the whip to all of them. So nice job there. Let me just pop back on over here to Facebook. Just want to make sure that I get everybody. And we got Ken Fran Kauka. Can't pronounce that, but he says this is over on over on Facebook. He says the breakfast stuff you cook on the show is killer. I especially like them and the different burger steaks. Oh, and pork too. I appreciate that, Kenny. And that is over on my Facebook. We got 23 people watching over there. And Kenny, Kent checking in. It is the KCBS Turkey Federation cook off. And my man, Daddy Dutch Barbecue, taking first place. You must have nailed that sucker, man. Oh, I see you're over here, Ken. So I was checking you over on my Facebook page, but I see it did show up here. Sometimes they don't, so I pop over there. And Barbecue Mama's got some ribs on it right now. Late dinner with some friends tonight. I was following the girls over on their little trip over there, what they were doing, and it looked like a good stuff. I can't wait to see more stuff come out from that. And no problem there. If purchasing a new unit, would you purchase a Pitmaster or a Master Built? I'm not sure what a Pitmaster is. What is that? Lars, let me know what a Pitmaster is. I saw it come through, Kent. I will check it out. And there is my man Joe from Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. And I do believe I am up live on your Facebook page. I think so. I kind of hit them all this week. Pit Boss. Uh, so a master built is going to out cook a pit boss. Period. That there's no question about it. When you say master built, I'm guessing you mean gravity fed. The 1050 or 800 is going to outcook any pit boss. Period. Is going to outcook it. It is going to outgrill it. So if you're asking between a pit boss and a master built, get the master built. Definitely. I saw, like I said, I saw some pictures come across, some quick pictures. Um, and I am definitely looking forward to seeing some more tomorrow. If it was closer, I definitely would have went for sure. I'm already looking forward to Connecticut next year, I gotta say. How's the sound? Good? Master build it is then, no doubt about it, man. That's a heck of a cooker. I mean, I've had them all. I've had the 560, the 800, and I got the 1050 now, and they are all friggin' awesome cookers, and they will outcook any pellet grill. You know, it's charcoal and wood. You know, why wouldn't it? You didn't just get that cooker, did you, Wendy? You've had that for a while. I saw CJ did the oven. I guess Ninja has an oven that looks pretty cool. And Scotty checking in. He's had that 560 for how long, Scotty? 2 years? Everybody could see the Scotta kitten right behind me. That's a pit master in training, Scotta kitten. You got the wood fire. How long have you had that? And they sound as good. Thanks, appreciate that. And I'm hoping the picture is a little bit better than last week. I will do an A/B because, like I said, I got well, you can see them. I'm blasted in lights over here. 2 years, and he's got 2 of them now. And Curl says, "What's up with the views? It seems like you got away from the master built. Does that have any something to do with it?" Well, you know what has a lot to do with it is that I prefer cooking on the griddle right now. I've covered everything under the sun on the pellet grills and the master built. I mean, what haven't I cooked? You know, there's only so many recipes that you can do, and the griddle is just a hell of a lot funner to cook on for me right now. That said, I do have a 1 or 2 master built cooks coming up in August. Actually, I got one more master built coming up this month. Or no, I don't. It's gonna be in August. And I've got some pellets coming up, but the channel is definitely switching over to more griddle. I mean, it is just the way it is because I've been doing this on YouTube for close to 4 years, and, how many times can I cook a brisket and ribs and all that good stuff that we love to cook, that we love to eat, but, how many times can I show it? Um, with there's a million recipes you can do on a stove top, and there's a million recipes you can do on a griddle. There's not a million recipes you can do on a smoker. So, it's just the way it is. The griddle excites me, and like I said, I've got 2 or 3 griddle cooks coming up that are a little bit off the wall. Just total fun for me and Curl. I gotta keep this fun for me, and yeah, the griddle cooks are doing well. The channel's doing well, but, I gotta keep it fun for me. I know I've heard from some viewers, that I haven't been doing too much smoking. Why so much griddle? It's just the way it is. I can't fake it and just, cook on the smoker because it's just boring for me right now. There's only so much I can do on a smoker. Wendy got it 2 days ago. There you go. Sorry about the smoke, but you guys ain't inhaling it, so it's okay. And there is my man, D-Bomb Smoke comment. Hi, Tommy. Everybody else won't be stay too long, but I just wanted to stop in and say what is up. What is up? I also just got a flat top for some smash burgers. That is killer. Keep doing, I gotta just do what I love to do, man. That is the only way that I can continue with the channel. That said, I love my master built, and I'm going to be doing that testing. I don't know if you caught that video where I'm testing those pecan shells with the master built. So I'm going to be doing some more of that because see that has lit a little fire under me now because it's different. So I can take those shells and cook ribs and cook some of the same things, but it's hard for me to cook some of the same things with the wood and charcoal like I've done, too. I've been cooking on the master built, probably one of the first ones on YouTube, 3 years now, whenever they came out. So there's gonna be plenty more master builds coming, but I'll tell you, if you don't have a griddle, man, you're missing out on a lot of fun. I got uh a cheesesteak cook coming up on the, griddle that I did. It's a takeoff on that bacon burger bomb video, and I'll tell you, man, the flavors of that thing are unreal, and that was a fun cook. It's gonna be a long video, about 16 minutes, but, it's gonna be a good one. No doubt about it, man. Griddle cooking is, it's sauté, it's just like a kitchen. I'm a kitchen guy, you know, to me, smoking and it's easy. Anybody really can smoke. Yeah, you're gonna make mistakes and whatever, blah, 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 and you can cover the mistakes, but smoking is a lot less forgiving than cooking in a sauté pan or a kitchen or a griddle because you'll break things, you'll break sauces, you'll mess things up a lot more quicker if you don't know what you're doing, but it's also fun. There's a great reward for me for a kitchen or a saute pan or a griddle. There's a great reward on the smoker also, but again, been there, done that. I want to move to something a little bit different. A griddle might be a good finish, no doubt about it. And I'll get some smoker griddle cooks coming in, together. We're going to work them together. And variety is definitely the spice of life. Um, Smoking will always be part of the channel. Grilling will always be part of the channel, and griddle will always be part of the channel. And some insight stuff. I know people probably zone out when I do the air fryers and stuff, but a lot of that stuff pays the bills on the show when I take those air fryers. So if you can watch them, I definitely do appreciate it because, like I said, it does pay the bills for the show because the companies pay me to do the videos. But I get a lot of air fryers that never make it on air because, quite frankly, they stink. They just don't do a good job. I don't put them on air. They're junk. I'll unbox it and laugh at it. Doesn't make it to air. So, anything that makes it on air is pretty good for sure. You can adopt any recipe, no doubt about it. Scotty's backyard got a couple griddle cooks out coming out, that's for sure. I'll tell you, griddle cooking right now is hotter than the, barbecue, cooking. I think it's just what it is. If you go to at least here in Jersey, you go in Lowe's or Home Depot, they got a whole section of griddle. Not that they don't have a lot of grills, they do have a lot of grills, but they are gas grills. You don't find, hardly any pellets besides Pit Boss in, Lowe's or Home Depot or Traeger. The majority is gonna be gassers, at least here in Jersey, and a lot of griddles, a lot of griddles. Pizza on the smoker. Pecan shells, that was killer, and Manchester pellets also, that's lit a little bit of a fire under me because it's a different smoke, it's different flavor, and so, it's a different cook, it's a little fun for me then. And BBQ Mama is working the crowd. Yeah, the ribs in the air fryer, I appreciate that, man, it was a good cook. Not for everybody, and I know people are gonna tune it out, but it does pay the bills here, and look, I don't care if you sit down at your desk and watch it, just let the computer run, let it run. If you don't have any interest in it, just let it run. I do appreciate it, because it helped me out greatly. Of course it does, man, of course it does. There's no doubt about that. A Blackstone, there you go. Appreciate that. Halo's a killer, man. Halo's a killer. I love it. Favorite recipe on the Masterbuilt beef, pork, burgers. I gotta tell you, man, I love doing chucks, beef chucks. I love doing beef chucks. I love smoking them, and then I put them in a like, in a jus with some onions. and finish it off tin-foiled, and it just kinda rips apart. Is probably one of my favorites is, a beef chuck. Beef chuck, then, your usual ribs, beef ribs, I love beef ribs, I love all that stuff. The Masterbuilt can handle so much, so much. Hey, dude, Alex checking in. What is shaking, man? I haven't seen you and around in a while, I do believe, unless I just been missing you. Turkey Day is in November. I got no plans for that yet. Right now, I am looking at, just finishing up July and working on August. Hit that like button. I do appreciate that. We got 50 people watching. There's Uncle Pinks. Is the Red Rocker here? The Red Rocker may be checking in later, but right now what we got is the Joe Rocker right there. I take it out of the box and laugh at it. I miss that side, thing right there. Sure where Joe's at. You see my cameras following me. Pretty cool. Long time no talk. And Joe, that is, I'll have to hook up with you. Everything's going along good with who you hooked me up with. We'll speak on the phone. I know you're a busy guy. And there is my email. If anybody ever has any questions about recipes or anything, just reach out. I am 24/7. That definitely helps. I love all those woods for sure. I'm a big cherry guy in the smoker. I mean, look, I've not cooked on the flat rock, so it would be very hard for me to say, but, first off, I purchased the Halo, with my own money. That's a grand. I had a Blackstone in my garage, I returned it. I coulda easily purchased a flat rock, and I wouldn't even consider it. Not that it's not a good griddle, it's just something that I'm not gonna consider it. I don't like the way it looks, for one thing. It doesn't look, uh it's not too attractive to my eye. So, with me, it was, the flat rock wasn't a consideration. After I returned the Blackstone, it was between the Weber and the Halo for me, and the Halo, which is twice as much, won outright, and I have no regrets. Halo, I can control that temperature. It's so easy to control. The temps on that thing were blown way out of proportion. There is no problem controlling that temp. I can cook at 320 all day long and use a hell of a lot less gas than you are going to use on your Blackstone to cook on 320 when you have all four burners lit, and I'm doing it with, two zones lit. It's all you need is that laser. You got this laser right here. Um, you know, I love that griddle, man. It is, look, not everything they did was a home run. There was a couple fugazi things. They tried a couple things on it that, maybe didn't work, but I got no regrets, man. I'll take that Halo uh, all day long. Hey, Butch, what is shaking, man? It's nice to see you popping in. I think Butch just had a little milestone. I forget. I'm drawing a blank on your channel, man. Cooking with Pops, something? My apologies. If you post it up there, we got some griddlers in here, so if you wanna post your channel up there, Butch, please do. And I see my daughter has checked in. I just missed her. Oh, there she is right there. There she is. I appreciate you coming in, and please enjoy dinner and give my best to the girls. No doubt about it, man. If you got the scratch, the Halo is the way to go. Um, like I said, the um, the temperature control thing was blown way out of proportion. Very silly, silly. I mean, it's silly. how it's blown out of proportion. Um, and it's a shame because it reaches a lot of people. Um, you guys know what I'm alluding to. And it shouldn't been because there's 0 problems. It's not a griddle for this is my opinion. It's not a griddle for beginners. It's a griddle for anybody who wants to learn how to cook on a griddle. And that's the end of it. I think it's the best made griddle out there, period. And we got a little early Thanksgiving talk going on. And Carl with the $10 super sticker, one Masterbuilt friend to another Masterbuilt friend. I appreciate that, man. Very grateful, man. Every little bit helps the show for sure. And that is definitely appreciated. Yeah, I mean, I have a lot of respect for the Griddle flat toppers, Hussey and Neil, the Wall twins, and I made this clear on a video. Just because I disagree with one of them or two of them, or just because Wall twins use a pit boss and swear by it, and I'm not crazy about it. None of that is personal. It's just we all have our different opinions, and I would hope that if anyone is listening to me talk, that they don't take offense with it because it's just my opinion. You know, you may agree with me or not agree with me. That's why we all have opinions. Because not everybody's the same. But I think it's the best grill out there. Cooking with the Crazy Pop. I knew it was something, man. So that's another griddle channel. We got some griddlers in here. You definitely want to look him up on YouTube. We've got some real good stuff happening. When you got Neil over at the Flat Top, we don't have to. We know him, and we got the Wall Twins and the Hussey. A lot of great griddle channels out there for sure. And there is the Crazy Pops call letters. Would you say YouTube channel? We will be thinking about Daddy Dutch when we are splashing around in the Las Vegas 110-degree heat pool. That is gonna be a day to remember, man, that Saturday, that is for sure. And guys, hit that thumbs up. Let me just bounce on over to, and Jerry, never see any. He's over on Facebook. I do believe today was his birthday. Never see any drums on my channel. No, I don't have any. Freddie Soto, what is up? I've never had any of the drums on my channel. Popping over to my other one, watching videos with the chuck roast, and mine came out pretty good. Nick, practice is everything, man. Your next one will come out better. If Nick is still there, he posted it a minute ago, so he should be. These chuck roasts, when you purchase them in the store, you want them thick, and you want a lot of fat content and a lot of marbling in it. If you saw my pork brisket video, when I hit that fat, it became the pork brisket all of a sudden became juicy. So when you pick those chuck roasts out, I like to joke around and say the way I pick my chuck roast out is the ugliest looking chuck roast that the last 20 shoppers all looked at and passed on. That's the one that I want. That's the thickest one. That is the fattiest one. The ugliest looking chuck roast is the one that I'm going to throw on my smoker. And that's the ones that usually come out the best. And there is Nick's question. I read it over on the Facebook page, but there he is right there. So I hope that answered your question. Get a thick one, get a fatty one. You're going to get that big center fat. And you want a lot of marbling in the chuck. Yeah, it came on pretty quick. It came on pretty quick, and it was supposed to be a birthday, party for, CJ's and his brother-in-laws and Josh, babe. I think they were going to do, and I kind of crashed on it. But I'm going to go out to see my niece. So it just kind of worked out. It just kind of worked out pretty quick. Now, not everyone's friends of me on TikTok. That was the Black Sabbath Ozzy song that I did. 4 inches thick. There you go, man. Thick, fatty, with a lot of fat, man. That is what you want with a good chuck roast. Like I said, the one that everyone passed on is the one that I'm going to grab. Give me 1 second here. Can you lower that a little bit? Got to run. Butch, I appreciate you checking in here. Everyone go check out his channel. I never hit up Mark at Homester. I am reading over on my Facebook channel. That is from my man Jerry. Could the prime brisket fly yesterday? That was 3.5 inch thick after I injected it. There you go, man. I'm sure that was killer, man. Would it take you about 8 hours? Yeah, Chuck would be great on the Ninja. One of my favorite things to smoke is definitely definitely the Chuck. They're so versatile, they're not that expensive. You can get one usually for about 12 bucks, 15 bucks, maybe cheaper where you live. They take a little bit of time, but you can do so much with them. If you get a thinner one, you could actually almost cook it like a steak. A lot of people don't know that. Cook it, medium rare to rare and enjoy it that way. Or you can smoke them low and slow. And daddy said hot and fast on the drum, 5 hours. There you go, man. What'd you do that, Kent? About 300? 3 and a quarter? I buy a half a cow a year. I'm just popping around here. 325, there you go. I love doing hot and fast. I smoked a small boneless blade roast, aka chuck, on my Masterbuilt portable. I love that little. I still have that Masterbuilt portable sitting in the backyard. I haven't had a chance to use it lately. I got inundated with. Well, this month has been crazy, man. I've had so many cooks that I paid cooks actually that I had to do. I think the Masterbuilt 800 is the second best Masterbuilt gravity fed. I like the 1050, then the 800. I think the Masterbuilt 800 will outcook any pellet grill. Um, with a little bit of taken care of. I think the Masterbuilt 800 is one of the best grills you could buy. That's what I think. I put that up against any pellet grill. And there is Scott checking in. And Scotty says his son is a butcher. I didn't know that. So I get my meat cut to order. Yeah, 100%, man. You can I did a little pork butt on my, master built. No problem, Rick. Hey, Kent, it's good to see you, man. I appreciate you checking in. We got about another 10 minutes here. I've got, a couple more sleeps to go before I hop on that plane to LV. Tomorrow, I have I'm gonna do a little monument grills cook tomorrow, which is gonna be easy and fun. It's gonna be smash burgers on a gasser. Believe it or not, I get hit with that question all the time over at the Monument, Grills Facebook group. How do you do smash burgers on a gasser? So we're gonna cover that tomorrow. I'll edit that up. I gotta finish my edit from yesterday, which is my cheesesteak, and then Wednesday, I will do, I think, a Z grills, Z grills or master grills. I'm not sure. And the Masterville 560s is close to an offset as you're going to get. I do believe that to be correct. We got NorCal checking in, just pork chops and potatoes for here today. Nothing wrong with that. I got a local restaurant here in town that I go to that I get the pork chops there, and they are absolutely killer. I'm talking I'm talking they rival any steak. I mean, these pork chops are special, and they are frigging good, man. If you blindfolded me, I wouldn't even think it was a pork chop. That's how good they are. You could practically cut them with a, fork. It will. That's correct. I had the 800, and if you, don't have a griddle, it is an excellent option. And guys, we are getting slowly coming to a close here. If you can hit them thumbs ups, I do appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not sure um, on that, Wendy. They are just friggin', amazing, amazing. I get it every time I go there. Probably about 5, 6 times. Probably will go there Wednesday night. Um, Thumbs up. I do appreciate that, Larry. Thanks. So what's everybody got going on? What's everybody got cooking this week? Let me hear this as we get ready to close out this show. Another quick show. We got a try tip with some fresh corn from Scotty's backyard barbecue. Are you filming that, Scotty? We got chicken tonight from my man Randall. Doug just did a meatloaf. Lazy dog's daughter's birthday, so it was brisket on Saturday. Pizza tomorrow from Wendy, and yes, Scotty is filming it. I'm real curious too because I did put a little bit of money in some lights over here. I'm curious to go watch, last week's video and compare it to this one, see if the lights make a huge difference as everybody says they will. Did the Inkberg review, that company hit me up, I took a pass on it. That company wants everything for nothing. Had a cookout for my brother's birthday, that is Cheryl, I don't believe I said, "What is up to you?" So what is up? That's a good question, man. I tell you, probably not till September when the weather starts to change. Um, I'm just inundated right now with paid cooks from companies that I barely have enough time to get as many griddle cooks in as I want. Now that'll all start slowing down in like August, September, when the weather starts to change, and then I'll be hitting that Lone Star. I could have got a Lone Star pellet grill sent to me that I took a pass on because I just don't have enough time to do it, to use it, and I hate taking these expensive grills from people and letting them sit, so it's just a matter of I'll probably need, July, August, probably September, if I squeeze one in before then, I will, but, right now, it's just trying to get all these cooks done, and get the allotted number of, griddle cooks done. I have 1 or 2 griddle cooks that I've been wanting to do, um, that I'm hoping to do when I get back from Vegas. I love lamb chops for sure. And there is barbecue with Neil. What is shaking? Appreciate you popping in. My man Daniel popping in. I appreciate that. How you been? And we got about another 4 or 5 minutes left in this one. So yeah, so tomorrow it's going to be a little edit. And I'm telling you that cheesesteak video. Let me see if I could pop a picture, but the picture really doesn't do this thing justice. But let me pop one up here real quick and see what you guys. So there's the cheesesteak that I did. Um, I know the pictures don't do that sucker justice. I know the pictures don't do that thing justice, man, but I'm telling you, um, it was freaking good, man. It was freaking good. One of the best cheesesteaks that I ever made, and I've made a lot. Bet even we had leftovers tonight because the picture's misleading. The thing was probably about 14 inches long, and we had leftovers tonight, and it was juicy as juicy could be. Probably better than any breaded cheesesteak that I've made. Um, it was freaking good, man. It was freaking good, and it is something that you definitely gotta make. You can make it on the griddle, in the oven, I don't care where you make it, just make it, 'cause it is that good. If you like to cook, you'll love the thing, man. And yes, Cheryl, have a good evening, and everyone hit that thumbs up on your way out. We are getting ready to close this one down. So packed with flavor, juicy, man. I think the puff pastry, just the juice from the onions and the peppers and the cheesesteak, and the cheese, wrapped up into into the puff pastry, I think all the juices from the like I said, from the cheese, from the peppers, from the onions, all that juice just kinda stayed in the puff pastry, you know what I mean, with the cheese, and there was so much cheese that it just it got caught in the puff pastry, it had no place to go, you know, and when I cut it, it was almost like cutting a brisket, man. When you take slices and eat a piece, it's just juicy, man. It's juicy. I appreciate you, man. Enjoy your rest of the week. Hit those thumbs up on the way out and look for that, video coming out soon. I'm not sure if I'll release it Wednesday or next week. I am also gonna as we, close out, I am gonna push my releases to seems like 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon is better to release videos than 10 in the morning. So I'm gonna start, pushing and I only say a lot of channels to release more later in the day, and, Facebook and, YouTube says that's better for me to release later in the day. I just got kinda wrapped into this 10 o'clock release, but I think I'm gonna move those up. So, stay tuned for that. I'll look for the videos that'll be coming out Saturday, Wednesdays, and, Saturday, Wednesday, and days do I release? 2? Yeah. Yes, have a great time in Vegas, no doubt about it. Have a super week. You too, Bat. Looking forward. I appreciate it. Looked at it this one, man. I appreciate the, super chat. Have yourself a good week. Hit those thumbs up on your way out. It is greatly, greatly appreciated. And that is gonna close it out, man. I appreciate all you guys for checking in. Have a friggin' awesome week ahead. Enjoy your summer as it gets should be pretty much full swing right now. It'll start to wind down quick, so get out there and definitely enjoy it all. And until next time, we will see you